Welcome to yet another episode on fitness, this time on Priyadarshini Productions. Today we have Manjula, who is the state head for NPC Karnataka. She is honored at the 12th World Women Leadership Congress. I'm very happy to welcome Manjula to this show. Hearty welcome to you, Manjula. Let's begin with your journey first. When did it start, your journey to bodybuilding, and you are a champion today?
Yeah, so it all I was working same like a corporate person. So when I used to work sometimes 8 to 12 hours per day, I was putting on weight, unhealthy diet, unhealthy lifestyle. Then I wanted to change. So when I wanted to change, I didn't know where to start. So in the same time, I got one injury, I had one L5 injury. I had to go meet a doctor. Then doctor said because of my overweight, all that, I had to strengthen my back. That is the only way where I can become healthy again, fit. So there I went to gym. I went just to get fit and reduce my weight.
But usually I've seen a lot of women who get tired in the office, obviously they want to get fit. They go to the gym and then they start their journey. But you rose into bodybuilding, that is such a big leap. What made you do this bodybuilding in the first place?
So it is not only that you get fit and stop it there. So when we get fit, actually what is fitness meaning? It's not that getting thin and stop it there. So you have to build muscle. Because after certain age, women tend to lose muscle. So we have to make sure that we don't lose muscle that easily, so that lifetime we will be able to do our regular work properly. If you have to take your kid out or your grandkid out,
yes.
So you should be healthy enough to walk. So only way is gaining muscle. So gaining muscle will not happen just become thin and do some cardio. To come to that level, you have to build that muscle. So building muscle after certain age, it's little difficult, but it's not that it's not possible.
Did you have a trainer? Or?
Initial days I didn't have a trainer, but when I wanted to start bodybuilding seriously, then I had to get a trainer because after certain level of regular training, we need to go to next level.
Correct.
So we have to have a proper base where we need an experienced person to guide. So then I hired a trainer. Initial days I got a trainer where a certified trainer from a small gym. And then when I go to next level, I had to change my trainers to different levels.
Can you tell us your diet? I mean to say, if people like me who have just started gym and want to go in the path of building muscle, not literally bodybuilding I can say, women who are in early 30s or 40s, how can they use diet as an important tool for their health?
So diet also vary from a normal person, normal fitness person to bodybuilder. We have a bodybuilder, if you take, bodybuilder will be in a very strict diet where they'll have certain amount of protein, certain amount of minerals, certain amount of everything balanced, and that too after 40, if a female is doing bodybuilding, it's a lot of work because naturally we tend to, our hormones are getting declined. So what we have to do is externally we have to give the supplements so that body will get into proper levels. It's kind of not easy thing. When I started. So
once a person wins the NPC, this is for all India, right?
So NPC start I'm Karnataka, I'm from Karnataka. Like that we have other states
Different
also.
states.
So all the winners of different states, they will come to one stage, which we have 2 seasons in Sheru Classic. So one season will be June or July, and the second season will be November or December. So these two shows they can go participate after NPC qualify. So there, like they will get pro card. Whoever wins the pro card, that person will go to pro shows.
Okay.
So when they win the pro show, then they can go to Arnold Classic, Mr. Olympia. So this is the way.
Okay.
So the time frame, if you are taking, like if you think about the time frame from NPC, NPC to Shero Classic. Shero Classic is like Amateur Olympia, which is kind of, it is an international show. So mostly I would say the athletes, after winning NPC, better you go see Amateur Olympia show, so that they will know where they stand.
Yes.
Because see, maybe in the state level, you are thinking your condition is
Correct.
really good, but all of a sudden when you go to the international stage, you will see the condition of other athletes. I'm not discouraging, but I'm saying that it's always good to go and see a competition. Like it gives more time and idea how you have to prepare for your next show.
Well, Manjula, I can envision your preparation physically for such competitions. What do you do mentally? Like, that's a major part in any competition, right? To prepare yourself mentally requires a lot of commitment, dedication, and so many other factors. So to see you as a winner, to see you as who you are today, how have you prepared mentally and specifically in competitions? How do you prepare yourself?
That actually it's a process. When I did my first show, I just did it for excitement, but I didn't know how difficult. That time it was all of a sudden, okay, I want to do a show, so I did that. But it is not always when you go to the next level, the dedication should be more. And from the morning you get up, from that time till you end your day, till you sleep, you have to be very disciplined. One thing is the diet, we can't eat everything what we like. And sometimes when we don't get what all we like, we don't feel like, oh, I'm tired, or we feel naturally we feel a little down. But that time to support the workout and the routine, we have to put so much effort and keep our, mentally we have to be very strong. That one thing is how I did it. My coach was a great inspiration. So actually I would say he used to send me every day morning good morning message with some kind of inspirational message. That makes my day really up and running. Throughout the day I am good because that one single thought in the morning.
Correct.
All of them will not have the same kind of approach or luck. But I would say if they can pray in the morning, when get up, get ready, pray a little bit, and then after that you start, or you listen to some good music, you start like that, then throughout your day you will be good and your energy. Yes.
Channelizing your energy in the right direction.
So bringing up this athlete mentality, it needs a little time, because once you become an athlete, I know personally when I train, sometimes I don't talk to people much. I prepare my food, and I know that the other big athletes, they are completely shut off from their family without the if I sometimes I know that okay, if their kid comes and asks something, they might not be able to give 100% attention there. So family sometimes they cut off from the family for some days.
They detach.
Yeah.
And
They-
so goal oriented, I can say.
It's needed actually, because athletes need that concentration. Otherwise it is not going to be easy.
Have you ever felt distracted, like should I eat burger, chips or anything? Or you're so disciplined that you never cheat or anything?
It had happened to me sometime before, but now it's not happening, because Now I'm little changed, like, that's what I told, like, it is a process. So in the beginning you feel like, okay, you eat something, but actually what happens, like, if we don't follow a proper routine and proper diet, how it happens, like, our body get little craving for something.
True.
If we are giving body enough nutrition and all, we will not get that craving. So if you feel like, okay, eating something one meal, I just did some cheat, it's okay. Sometimes it happens, we are all human.
Yeah.
And mostly, like, what you have to do next is please get into the gym, get into your routine as soon as possible. So that will not affect so much. So it's okay, always, like, you can't be 100% like that, like strict on everything. It's okay, but then not like, not more than 1 meal. If you are having 1 meal, please go get again
Not
to the.
going on a guilt trip
Yeah.
that yes, I had this.
Exactly. So it's okay. You can still get into the routine as soon as possible. Then everything will be back in routine again.
Manjula, is there a difference in diet specifically for bodybuilding and for fitness? We're talking about women who are early 30s.
Yeah, there is a difference between two diets, like, bodybuilders and fitness, because fitness people will not need that much focus on, like, a strict diet, because the muscle building will be not that much needed, at least to maintain the muscle, and a small amount of muscle building is needed. But for a bodybuilder it is not like that, because there will be, like, a certain amount of muscle, and then the fat reduction should be there, and it is kind of a process, like we build a muscle and then we have to tone the body and then rip the body. So it is kind of like, each stage there will be a different diet. So fitness is not like that. Like fitness, you want to become, like, a thin and ripped figure, you can follow the same diet for a certain amount of time, like a certain period of time. But bodybuilder is not like that. On the stage before 1 week, like, there is a huge difference. Like we cut carbs completely, and then, like, 2-3 days before we follow some protocols where, like, sometimes we reduce the weight, the water. Then, like, on the competition day there will be a different diet. So there are certain protocols we have to follow for bodybuilders, but for fitness person it's not required.
Coming to supplements, there are a lot of theories that say you don't need supplements because body is equipped enough to give you supplements, especially when women are aging. I'm talking about maybe late 30s and early 40s. So are supplements necessary for a woman to be fit? I'm not talking about bodybuilding, I mean to say just fit in terms of regular exercise and daily activities as such.
Certainly, because after you think about from a woman, from girl child has a very drastic changes when she become a woman, and she can become, like, the life cycle of a girl child. It's completely different than a man. Like when we come to puberty,
Puberty and then marriage and maybe even
we give a birth.
yes,
And
birth.
all the time, like, the girl's female body transform in such way, like, when a small, like, example, a woman give birth, the body get old like 10 years.
True.
So within, like, that one day, like, childbirth.
The delivery.
Yeah, the delivery will be, the body transform, like, 10 years older. So can imagine how much.
Yes, the body has
yeah.
undergone so much change.
Exactly. So how we are going to replace all those changes?
When we say supplements, you mean to say external supplements or dietary supplements?
So we have both. After 30, your hormones will get declined. It's not going to reproduce. Like in 20s, body reproduce things, but in 30s it will start declining. 40s it will become very less.
True.
So we almost start the menopause. So what will happen? Like, our body still get changed. Estrogen levels will go down.
Correct.
So these things we have to monitor.
And use supplements.
Yeah, supplements.
When it comes to specific things like calcium
Yes.
or iron, What are the dietary supplements that can offer these? For example, spinach. For example, milk and milk products for calcium. Because these taking supplements indirectly, doesn't it affect the liver? I mean, for a long period of time, maybe for 10 years, 20 years down the line.
See, when we take supplements, like we shouldn't just go and get supplements. Okay, I'm going to the medical
Store
shop
and drugstore
and
and-
getting supplements. It's not the way. There are certain procedures, like you can meet your dietitian, or if you have a proper trainer or coach who has knowledge, with that we can start. Because when your body needs 10 mg of some supplement, if you are giving it 20 mg, then only your liver get damaged,
Correct.
overstressed. But if you are, when you need 10 mg, you giving 10 mg to your body, nothing going to change. And human body is such a beautiful mechanism. Liver will not get damaged easily. Liver, if you see some people, they take alcohol or whatever, so many years. Liver will not get damaged. It will get damaged when it is really not possible to.
Maybe excessive use
yeah.
of these things.
Liver has a capacity to build the cells again and again.
Correct.
It's not going to damage easily. So you don't need to worry so much
I know,
about taking certain supplements. It's our body is not that bad that, unless you are that unhealthy.
True.
If you are healthy, your liver is not going to get damaged with some small
That's such a
amount.
great information, because most of my friends and colleagues, they're so worried about, should I take supplement, should I not take, will it's going to affect me in future, what do I do? Because it's all like so many theories that's available on the internet now. I mean, you made it so clear. Thank you so much for that. I want to ask you one question where, you can see so many men doing bodybuilding. Why women are so hesitant? Do you see any changes compared to, maybe a decade ago, women wouldn't even think of bodybuilding. But now we see a lot of people like you have been such an inspiration. Why do you think women are not coming up for this sport?
See, it is, I would say in India there is, I say because of our cultural value and all, we don't encourage women to go on the stage and show the physique, but it's not the same in Europe. So that we need a kind of inspiration to Indian.
We need more people like you. In fact, yes.
So actually, we have to educate. It is a sport. We are not we should look at bodybuilding, not only bodybuilding, anything, a woman's sport. So it's a sport. Purely we should encourage women to become a sports person. Then this gap won't be there.
Correct.
So a person who goes to Olympics. We are encouraging. I know that there have been no much support, but now there are family support and even the government support. But previously it was not there.
Yes, that is there.
We need more people to come out and start this kind of
Because
sports.
this takes a lot of discipline, a lot of years, a lot of commitment to be where you are. It's not like a child's play, like a 1 year or 2 years. You want to try something and leave it. It's not like that. So I would definitely, commend you for where you are today. Hats off to what you're doing. Manjula, could you explain the categories in NPC, specifically for male and female?
So for female there are 5 categories, which is starting from very very less muscle to bigger muscle. It starts from bikini and then figure and then physique and then wellness and bodybuilding. In men it is bodybuilding, men's physique, men's classic physique.
Depending on
In men's there is weight and height categories.
Okay.
So all these 3 categories will become depending on the weight. Again, subcategories will be there. Yeah.
Inspiring people, especially women who want to be like you, who want to be bodybuilders like you, what is your special message to them?
I appreciate all the women who came this far and now who want to start this. It need lot of courage. So I welcome everybody, all the women who want to achieve something in bodybuilding. It's not that women have only option of bodybuilding. There is other categories also. So if anyone want any information, how to start, what are the possibilities, what categories, where how to get into a proper routine, all these ideas, guides, everything. If anybody wants to get more information, you can connect to me through Instagram or my WhatsApp or some social media. So I am happy to, I am here to support all the female athletes who wants to achieve something in this field. I request everybody to utilize the stage, utilize the opportunities to achieve something in their life. Females should be more stronger because they have a lot of things to do in life. Especially they have to carry their kids and grandkids, and the whole family depend on a female. So it's always good to be fit and healthy. I am happy to support anybody in any female in their journey.
Thank you so much for being with me today. Very happy.